of government spokesman. I am here only temporary to fill that void and the government of government action.
This is nothing. I have said nothing to you today. This is not the last say. I am still holding my peace. I just had to come out, clarify some of these things. The calculated effort to hang yours truly. You raise questions for problems in the house. And instead of looking for solutions, you say, let's crucify him. Let's crucify him. You go about buying refugees in Nigeria to make audios to slander Secretary Chris. Secretary Chris wants to kill the president. Secretary Chris has reached a deal with the French. Secretary Chris has gone to Ghana. Let me say that I heard Barrister John quoting the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Something Barrister John did not mention to you, ladies and gentlemen. Barrister John mentioned that, the Constitution says you don't replace the president. No, we will replace a president, a leader who is not living up to his duties. Listen to me. It's not owned by a little cartel. It is owned by you, and you have the right to demand for such leadership to make way. Barrister John is quoting the Constitution. The same Constitution says that...
Fellow Ambazonian, this is Capo Daniel, Mr. No Connie, sense pasking. So because people did that ask him, now the document this for SCACUF, the founding document, now the organigram this way show the structure for the SCACUF. I go zoom am in, me go na siam wudu na eye. You begin a two structure, you get the leadership council and the secretariat. The leadership council as soon as siam na the supervisory body, na the body where you get power, and this body it be formed by the 7 nationalist group plus the consortium where they make up this group. Now they be create SCACUF where the secretariat he hijack them, he transform them into the IG. So the IG is a product of SCACUF, which was illegally changed. So as soon as see the leadership council, if you read them, it be made of the frontline movement, and then their president or the head of the frontline movement are the de facto members of the leadership council. That means the head of the AGOFC, the head of Maurice, now then be the member of the leadership council, and it stated there very clearly. Now, why that way, Tassan Wilfred, it will be the head of the leadership council. He also talks that the leadership council is the ultimate decision-making body. He also clearly talks say there is no decision shall be made without the consultation or approval of that leadership council. So it be very clear. The decision that was made by Siseko Ayoktabi and Atta Milan was wrong and illegal. So the IG as a whole is an illegal organization that have no legal foothold. Atta Milan make decision to add South Africa and to add Nigeria singer in the leadership council, which is illegal and it is wrong and it's not acceptable. And after that, the mafia where they do them, now say then take Siseko Ayoktabi, they move Tassan Wilfred, they appoint he as Secretary General for SCACUF, where he be in a lower position since he be a member for the leadership council, and then they appoint Siseko as a chairman for the governing council, a position where you need to exist for create an illusion, say be at the on top of Tassan Wilfred. This issue them we need to bring on now. In the conclave I be tell and say we need balance of power. If we need to be a balance of power between the leadership council and Siseko or the secretariat, where Siseko be supposed to be at the secretariat head. He's always been at the Secretary General for SCACUF, but they're making a chair for the governing council, but they're making a chairman, then create a position for give it an illusion, say be head of the governing council, but the head it be still remain now the leadership council according to the law and according to the constitution. Even when Abuan bring the issue of balance of power, they say, hey, Captain, they say, hey, don't mention name. Because their intention it be been for making mafia, for put Siseko at the helm, regardless of which way the nationalist leader they be talk. So now the thing that way now the mafia that way it pass, now it create the IG and now it be the root cause of all the division. We will see a joint platform, it can be hijacked by few from South Africa, mainly led by Atta Milan, and overthrow the leadership council and create their own group called the IG. They don't have any substance. That's why you see people like Fruit Johnson. You go spend times for do repetition. IG, government, interim government, using all those big names with the hope that they can use hypnotic tactics in communication to embed in our people an illusion and a lie. They have no bearings. They have no leadership. They are not leading anything. They don't have any command and control over anything, as a matter of fact. Our people be warned about creating this monster of a government, which is an illegitimate government. Kaznan and we have repented. Even Seseko have repented about this. I'll play the audio for people to understand. So when the clowns, the Chris Anu and the Fruit Johnson and the Sako, they are going around calling themselves government, they are just making a fool of us all. This is a shame to Ambazonia. But we are better than this. Our people have to realize themselves and throw away this garbage. You cannot clean, you cannot fight darkness with darkness. We have to fight the war with the leadership that we have in the Ambazonian Governing Council, who is leading on the ground, is leading in a diplomatic field. Ambazonians have to align themselves and know that the joint platform have been hijacked and it cannot work. If we need to create some form of a collaboration, it will be for practical reasons. It will not be for collaboration's sake. We should align ourselves with the truth. People are now confused. The soldiers, you think you are government, which government are you going now? Which law are you quoting? I created the IG. I was a delegate. It was 7 of us who created the IG as a delegate representing any constituency, and Ground Zero was never presented. So it's a garbage. It's sad to see them tear each other apart. They are fighting over something that do not exist, and it is just a clown show. We have to abandon that clown show. And I want our people to remember that the IG is not the liberation movement. It is 2 different things. If the IG has failed, it is not the leadership that have failed. We are still moving forward, and our people have to understand that and align themselves. Obey the ghost town. Our vanguards will still continue to fight. Our forces who are on the so-called restoration forces, I don't know whether they are restoring what. They should align themselves with the ADF for an effective liberation. The time for joking have passed. The time for clownness have passed. They should stop making a fool of themselves. We have seen Field Marshal being rejected. This General Sagat, he has threatened them to kill this one here, kill this one here. They have ended up causing the death of Commando. We will not allow our boys to die this way for people who are just making a fool out of themselves. These things may be complicated to reason by the layman, but I believe that for us to have independence, our people must comprehend such simple legal things. And to those who are in the IG, whether it's the IG in Kondengi or it's the IG of the pastors, they should understand that you can never be a government simply because you repeatedly call yourself government. You cannot be a president because you repeatedly call yourself president, and let your friends call you president. When you have no control on the ground, you have not built any structure that can liberate our people, but you spend your time embezzling money and causing misappropriation and embarrassing everybody else. We have to liberate our country. Nobody have the power to have an exclusive right to represent the territory right now. So it is an illusion for anybody to think that you can create a government with exclusive power. So that will not happen now. Our people should focus on liberating themselves. Fruit and so you can spend all your time talking government, degree this, degree that, pretending to be like Pobia, thinking that our people are so illiterate and stupid to understand, but they do. And Seseko, the same goes to you. You cannot, every time they call you from the prison, you are just so excited that people are calling you president, that this pastor visit you, call you president, this one. It will not help us. If we don't liberate the land, you will not come out of prison. The lawyers, they have been spending over how much money? Over 50-something million every year to get yourself out. Or how does that benefit the struggle? Let us stop this nonsense and let's stop entertaining our people with this nonsense and focus to liberate them. So I hope our people will understand the illegality and the wrong that this group is. It is an impostor group fighting, and then you have a hijacked group, a group that have hijacked Skakuf. So because of people have inquired about this, that's why I put out this material for them to see where it has happened. Because surprisingly, plenty of people they already know where it go on or how this group become about. They already believe say they will be voted, they will be created officially. No, even the document that created the SCACUF, we never signed that resolution. They allow us to go, pretend that they will have to make some correction so that they can fill in whatever they want to fill. It is wrong. It will not work.